Hi everybody, welcome back to another Flip That Zoo series. So last episode we worked on one of the Twilight habitats, and in doing so I realized that we did not have proper education everywhere, so I felt like that really needed to be addressed. So this is going to be an episode of doing some more fine-tuning, doing some park maintenance, as well as double-checking our education, because looking at our scores for our zoo, our education is one of the things that is lower than everything else, and we'll kind of go over that more in depth as we go along. But I also need to do some maintenance on the animals, because while we've been building and while we've been laying things out, of course they have been breeding and growing, and the habitations have been getting a little scary. So we're going to take care of that as well today. So buckle up while we do some maintenance, some staff updating, hopefully doing some training, definitely addressing the education, and then we're going to take a look at our zoo layouts, our zoning, to make sure everything is zoned properly, and to make sure that we have staffing buildings where we need them for all purposes, just to make sure we're doing everything the way we should to have a smooth, efficient zoo. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to these exhibits that we put together recently, because I realize now, kind of thinking about it, we never changed their layout. Like, not their layout, but the auto maintenance, we never worked on that. Cleanliness is an issue. Why are we having cleanliness issues with these cages? It's a little disconcerting. Oh wow, there are a lot of them in here. Okay, that needs to be handled. I need to see which one of these can be kept. Wow, there are so many in here. Okay, so we're gonna keep the two elders for sure. We'll keep those first, and then we need to look at the rest of them and see, I guess, what the situation is with them, and see if we're gonna be keeping them or not. And that is the only thing I can do with them right now, because I haven't researched them yet. Let's see. They look okay. What about this side? I also need to name their exhibits when I get a chance. I haven't done that yet. So this one's social group is unacceptable, which means there's probably way too many. Okay, maybe not way too many. Maybe that's a little bit harsh. Okay, so these two can stay. For some reason, the others cannot be sent to the trade center, which makes me think we've got too many in our trade center. We probably do. So that brings us to another issue we have to take care of. What do we have in storage? Yeah, our storage is extremely full. So let's just get rid of all the filters. Let's look at our animals. Not sure why we're keeping an elderly. So we can sell him. And then I'm probably going to keep the youngest if she's got decent numbers. She does. I think they all have the same numbers. They do. Okay. So we can sell this one and this one. And we can keep the one female anaconda. Alright, well, what next? Western diamondback rattlesnake. We've got a few of those. I don't know if they have a mate situation where they can't. That's not an ideal mate. Honestly, I'd love them to do this one. Embry and Oliver. They look good. Alright, so Embry and Oliver get to stay. And the rest of them I'm going to sell. We've probably got like 5 million of one specific species. We'll come across it soon. We still don't have a sacred scarab beetle. Actually, while I'm here, oh, we needed a female bullfrog. Oh, there is no fertility in her. Well, I don't want her. I would like to actually breed my babies. Okay, so let's try scarab. Still only have females. We need a male. No males. Alright, so back to this. These look like they were all rescued, so I really don't want to sell them. Let's move on to the next group. Any non-gold can go and get sold. So this is something I like to do because I like to try to breed up. So I want to try to get golds in all of my exhibits. They just sell better, they breed better, they live longer because they have better numbers. And they'll produce better babies overall that people want to come see. So if we start this process early on, you end up with better results later on. Wait, we have a lot in here. We're gonna be going through 200 animals, so I hope you guys are ready to go through this with me. $18,000. Holy Snickers. Alright, let's see what that has solved. We have 2 male Goliath frogs. That's funny. Okay, so let's just go back to the order we were in, which is backwards actually. We're starting from the Z's and going backwards, but it's fine. It's a good healthy order. Can these, are these guys against, is there some sort of breeding pecking order? Let's confirm. Roshan has decent numbers. I don't know how we end up with Amelia. I could have swore we sold everybody that was rough. They have okay numbers. Alright, so I guess it's going to be these guys. Unless one of these pop off with some different variables, they don't. Okay, so Fatima and Roshan. And I'm not actually seeing that lower one in here, which makes me think that we actually have a lower quality one inside the pen itself. So we need to actually go to the puff adders and make sure we have our best foot forward in there. So animal trading, exhibits. Here. Here we go. Let's go see what they got going on in here. Amelia and Hussein. Alright, so let's put these good ones that we just weeded out. Let's put them in here, and Amelia and Hussein can drop out. Oh yeah, they're both not good numbers, so we will just pop those guys out of here. Okay, so Felicia and Alonzo look good. Not inbreeding, their numbers are decent. Ava looks good too. Alright, so Felicia and Alonzo get to stay. Everybody else can go. Basically, I'm trying to make it to where we just have one breeding pair in each group. I know I screwed that up with the puff adders, but it'll be okay. They'll breed. We'll get more, and if not, we'll just buy more. It'll be okay. Doing it messing that up one time does not hurt at all, honestly. Especially after making $18,000, which is just crazy if you think about it. Lemons, I'm pretty sure they need more than 2 to make a happy habitat, so I might keep 4. Okay, Roberto and Guadalupe look good. Oh wow, so Fernando and Arlo need to go. Jean and Susanna, like, I don't remember seeing those in, so maybe we have another situation where we have the icky ones. Yeah, I think that's what we have going on. Alright, so finding those guys. Lehman's poisonous frogs. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, so let's, here. So, Guadalupe, Roberto, Catalina, and Andre. Or maybe we'll just start with 2 so I can remember what the heck I'm doing. Guadalupe and Roberto can go in. Send to zoo. And then these guys can go here. And if I did it right, we should have all lower quality, yeah, sitting here like this. So they can all go. So let's send these guys to the zoo as well. So now we have 4 good quality in here, and hopefully they'll breed off some really good quality for us. Let's see if these guys are good mates. Jock, and although he looks like he is elderly. Let's go ahead and just sell him. We need another green iguana. We need a male green iguana. So let's just keep the best of these guys, or gals rather. Alright, so we're going to keep the last. All the rest of them can go. And then we'll need a breeding male for her at some point. Alright, Goliath frog. We apparently have a lot of those. Let's see if Jabari and Lulu are a good match. Because, oh my gosh, there's a lot of them in here. Lulu. Oh, inbreeding. Okay, so these guys are a good match. Ogechi. But there's a lot of inbreeding here. What about numbers? Ready. So far I'm liking Akili. Alright, let's look at Akili and let's see if we can't find a different frog that is got good or even better numbers. No, no. Ooh, those are really good numbers. Alright, so let's go with Harif and let's see if he has a match somewhere in here. That one kind of goes down. Maybe. Oh gosh, is no one a match? Ogechi. Alright, so Harith and Ogechi. This is just, it takes a little while to go through some of this sometimes, but this is something you have to do. Like, if you cannot get your auto sorting to work properly, which I'm having a hard time doing, but until then, and sometimes a hands-on approach lets you see what you're working with and help you get better quality anyway because of the inbreeding situation, because I think the auto sorting doesn't worry about that, doesn't look at that. So let's see if Santiago and Avita are a good match. They are a good match. So Santiago and Avita get to stay. I like that his name is Nacho. So cute. And I'm telling you guys can make a pretty penny if you just let... And I know some people have told me, they're like, well, why don't you just turn off breeding? Like, just give everybody contraception. But then you can't sell a bunch of them for $18,000. Like, if you're not breeding them, you're not going to make the money off of them. And I find exhibit animals amazing little money makers because usually most of them do not have a long breeding period, so you can usually make money pretty quickly with them. Not every creature, but a lot of the creatures. Plus, I think it's kind of fun to build up, I guess, the breeding potentials in these different little creepy crawlies. So now I'm just kind of looking to see if any of these numbers change. And I don't think beetles... Ooh, that one's a good one. See, that one brings it up to potentially here. Amina and Hassan have the best. Perfect. And this is really clearing out our exhibit storage too, which is amazing because we definitely need to do that. Alright, gold and poisonous frogs. I typically don't clear a lot of these out because you have to have quite a few of these in your pens. I try to grab some of the older ones and clear them out though. But you have to have quite a bit of those in a pen, so I'm keeping them all. see Gila monster. Isn't he cute? We're keeping him. Alright, mainly because I haven't seen a lot of high quality Gilas. So even though he's bronze, I'm not going to get rid of him because he's the only other one we have. What else do we have? We got 4 of these guys, which isn't bad. 2 of these guys. Oh, we've got a lot of fire salamanders. We can probably clear some of them out. Oh yeah, definitely Mint and Gem. Alright, fire salamanders. I hope this helps some of you. Because I have had a few new friends pick up this game recently, and I told them it's a lot of fun. Once you get down the logistics of it all, it can be a ton of fun. I don't know why we didn't get rid of that one. We should. Because we've got enough gold quality that we don't need to keep the bronze. Let's see what we're looking at here. They all really have the same numbers. What about Bathari? Bathari looks really good. Bathari and Kaya. Done. And now let's just go from this side. So we've got them. We have Brazilian pink tarantulas. Wow, we have a lot of those. We actually have a lot of those. Alright, so we definitely need to clear those guys out. Let's see, Fernando and Leah. Let's see. Looking good. They're not a bad match, so we can grab Fernando and Leah. So let's just go ahead. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and get rid of everybody else, because we do not need this many salmon pink tarantulas in our world. Wow. $20,000 just in tarantulas. That's insane, guys. That's just tarantulas. Alright, Brazilian wandering spiders. We've got a lot of those as well. So let's grab Manuel and Hermina and see if they work. Inbreeding. A lot of these younger ones is inbreeding. And I would prefer to keep a younger one if possible. Manuel and Adriana, but she's a little older. Alright, maybe not Manuel then. What about Jamie and Delphina? Alright, there we go. Done and done. Common Death Adders. Can Aria and Hobart mate? Yeah, they look good. Although Emelina and Arizona look better. Let's see. Is it Emelina and Hobart? Yeah. Alright, that's everybody. We have cleared it out to 39 in our storage, which is fantabulous. Still do not have any males. Males are hard to come by in the scarabs. I'm not sure why that is. Let's look at, not heat maps. I looked at the wrong thing. Sorry. Let's look at our zoos. Let's look at welfare. This is the fast way to see how your animals are doing, to see if anybody needs help. Go to animals, then go to welfare. You can immediately see we're having some really bad issues with our eastern blue tongue lizards, even though I just cleared those out. But I think that's with their actual habitat, not outside their habitat. So we need to clear out their actual habitat. Did we miss a row when we came through here earlier? Maybe we missed a row. I don't think we did this last row. I think we did the middle row. We didn't do this last row. That is my fault. Sorry, guys. So they can go. Still just old Tyson over here. Their social group actually isn't horrible, but it's not great. So let's leave the older ones in here. the other ones in. And now they're perfectly fine. What about these fellas? These ladies and gents. Because it looks a little tight in here. Yeah, it is. Okay. Jacob and Embry. So let's keep Jacob and Embry. Jacob and Embry. Alright, everybody else can go. So where's our next problem child here? Welfare. Our anteater is not in good spirits. Let's go. We only have one. Oh, did your partner not make it? Distressed and trying to hide. Well, I can't really fix that. But let's see if we have a female anteater that we can find. Well, here's a couple girls. Here we go. Oh, gracious. Well, I guess this one's the best of the two. So let's send her in to go hang out with Alex. Alright, what else we got? Why are you in a box? Inbox. Everyone else looks kind of okay. That's probably just because exhibits need to be cleaned or whatever. So let's look at the red foxes and raccoons. The raccoons are looking rough. So let's find out why the raccoons are looking rough. There's our castle. So the raccoons are over here. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go in through the back. Faster and easier to just grab this. Alright. First of all, I think we have way too many. I need to see what the minimums are in these creatures. So let's grab one of them. Hey, Chioke. How are you? And let's look at your Zoopedia. Because I already saw social group is in the red. 2 males, 3 females. And then we also need to look at habitat size. So let's say we do have 5 adults and what? 5 juveniles maybe? That's 5409. Let's go back here to that door again and let's see how big this habitat is. Because for 5 adults and 5 babies, oh yeah, it's more than big enough. Okay, so we're fine with that. But we have too many. So zoo, let's look at the big picture here. Raccoon. First of all, let's do age and then numbers. Of course, the babies have the highest numbers. Then we've got these guys who have decent numbers, and then we've got these males who are lower numbered. Got a lot of males, and we can only have 2 males anyway, so I'm gonna keep these 2 highest males, Inbar and Chioke, or Chioke. You're a baby, okay. And then we can keep 3 females. I don't even think we have, do we have 3 females? Oh no, we have 3. 1, 2, 3, okay. And then 2 babies. So these all need to go to the trade center. I want to look them over a little closer. So now we have 5 females, 12 males. This is still counting these guys in the trade center. So let's go look at our trade center real quick. Alright, so looking at this, I really feel like we should just get rid of the ones that are lower. That leaves us with all trophied raccoons, and all the rest of them can, and just release them to the wild. So now let's look at this again, and that's 4. 2 of them are gold. They're all males. I might still get rid of 2 more because we only need 2 males at a time. So these guys we're going to quick trade because they're trophied, so we can sell them to somebody else. Alright, so now we've got 2 raccoons, male, in our trade center, and that's where they're going to stay for now. So looking over this vet research, which ones have not been touched? Like, we need to keep vets visiting habitats, but we also need to keep these things going as well. So we should probably pick 2 more exhibit animals. That can be done. Maybe 1 more. Ooh, fire salamander. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, it looks like we're back up to big smiley faces. See how education, well, education was the lowest, but now it's saying we have several things that are low. So we definitely need to work on that. We need to work on energy, which I don't know how much more I could do for energy. I have laid so many benches everywhere. Thirst and education. I mean, I'm imagining it's because it's so hot here is why everyone's constantly thirsty. But once again, I have laid 10 million drinking locations, like, everywhere. For now, let's look at our heat map. Any negative impacts on guests? There's a little bit of litter. There's some stuff going on over here that I'm not sure. Oh yeah, guests can't go in there anyway. More areas where guests can't go. I'm really not seeing a lot of negativity except for literally right here. So we need to check and make sure we have trash cans going in and going out. There's a couple of them here, but I'm going to put literally one right smack in the middle where people cannot ignore them. And it might also just be a long trek for people to hold their trash. That is the bad thing about some of these really long staircases. Alright, so we've done that. Back to our heat map, and let's look at education. Okay, I'm not sure why that's still up. Education. So we're having a rough time over here, and I'm not sure why. Is this busted? No power. Okay. So let's grab this and slide it over to where the power lives. Perfect. Alright, let's look at the rest of our education. We don't have really good education up here. We get the signs, but that's it. Alright, let's start at the beginning, because the beginning is the best place to start. Our llamas, it looks like one of them is having an issue. Crime. There are a few things that are broken, so let's go ahead and replace all on everything, so that when we're looking at education, we're not looking at things that need to be fixed. So yeah, see, I pulled up the heat map and it's already fixed. Okay. So, which habitat? Aardvarks. I don't know where the keeper is, but let's get him over here. All right. Back to education, which is the thing I really wanted to focus on right now. Let's close that out. Let's go to the entrance. Wait, entrance. And let's go in like we're going through the zoo. The parts that we have fixed so far. All right, education for the llamas looks good. I don't see anywhere we're missing anything. We've got signs. We've got speakers. We have education about environmental issues. Here, here, and here. We also have one here, but I feel like we could put one here. Seems like kind of a wasted area. So let's do that. Just put it like right here is good. Maybe on their way out they can see one last thing. But we're gonna change this to be or maybe we could even put one like right here at the entrance and have like a little, maybe have like a little 4-star. You guys get what I'm saying? Like kind of like this. A square like education sectional. It really helps if they're all the same height, which they're not. I will fix that. And then we need to all have them be something different because they cannot be all the same thing. Alright, and we can put one over here by these elephants maybe. This right here. This is a great spot. Perfect. I'm not fond of these paths. We're going to change them over time, but right now they serve the purpose of what we need. So maybe I'll put it right in the middle of these people. And we definitely need to change what is on them. These are all good. This one looks good. Now this is where what the crocs are, yeah. More llamas. Ooh, right here in this courtyard would be a great place for one of those square ones that I created. This is great. So now we have one here. Alright, I think we're over that debacle. Back to education. Now the only thing I definitely do not have, funny enough, we don't really have educators, like people to do little tours or whatnot. We don't have those, and these are apparently not turned on, which is just disturbing. Our poor flamingos have no education. That's alright, fixing it now. And look at that, nicely laid out. And here's one of these here. See, there's one there, and there's one there, there. Wow, we have a lot of environmental education, which is great. Okay, this is all staffing. Lots of education here. Wait, this one is not working. Alright, just making sure it was actually that everything was okay in there. Alright, Brazilian wandering spider. Perfect. Education here is good, but on the corner I don't think, yeah, no one's getting that education. So I feel like it's a missed opportunity. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have pathing over here. That's what I thought. You know what? I might just stick it down here. Make it the width of this window where people are more likely to stand. And that works. We also should probably have a board over here. Do we have... We don't have a lot of education boards for these guys, so I feel like we really should. I'm just gonna duplicate them so we get the monkeys already in place. And then one or two over here, probably two over here. One on either side, because it's a rather large window. It's not a small window, it's a rather large window. So we'll put one here and one, well, honestly, the window should probably end right about here. So maybe we can actually make that happen. Or we put a new spacing in, like right at the end here. I'm thinking there's a good spot. So this place can have no glass. That looks better. That is more in tune with what I was going for here. Perfect. Alright, and then maybe even like a little sign over here or something. Of course, maybe also getting the education out of their sleeping area. So maybe making this a little bit smaller would be a good idea. Let's make them a little small and just put one here. And then we can also put one over here. I also don't think there's any trash cans over here, which is not a good idea. So we'll put some trash cans over here. We'll also put some, so put them underneath these. That's perfect. And then how many of these do we have here? We have 3 here. Duplicate, and we'll put one in between these trash cans. And we also need some benches over here. There's nothing to sit down on. This is just tidying up and like putting a ribbon on things, basically. Like all the things people have been complaining about, like they're tired, they have nothing to drink. Well, we're trying to fix that up today. Alright, let's check education again. These are all looking good. Alright, so... wait. There's viewing platforms, but there's no sound here. Well, that's not good. That's not gonna work. So we're gonna definitely need a sound in here. Go do the platypuses, and then we're gonna see how big this thing is. I'm gonna try to make it the same size as this viewing, like, hut room thing, so that everywhere they step in this sucker will give them education. So we now have, I think we have education everywhere we need to have it. We don't have any here, but there's nothing here to have it for specifically. So this is actually probably a really good area for one of our quads again. Was there no power over here? Oh, there is not. Interesting. I did not realize the power didn't reach over there. But I think I can slide this over a bit without breaking that. Or I could be wrong. Does that cover everything I need it to cover? Really close. It does not cover, oh, these lights. Okay. Alright, so game plan. I really feel like moving these over. I could just change this out with one of these. Is it my favorite thing to use? No. But will I use it because it works? Yep. I already hit exit on that like twice now. All right, all set. That looks great. To be honest, I should probably hook these up and turn this a little bit. There we go. And now staff can get around here easily. We do have this weird path thing happening over here. Oops. What do you guys think? You guys think I need to spruce up the cheetah habitat or just kind of leave it as is? It's one of the few habitats I didn't think we were gonna flip. I also might turn these stairs the other direction. I don't know why I brought them this way instead of this way. I might put something over here and make it make more sense. I don't know yet. Anyway, back to checking our education. Because I am pretty darn sure that, yeah, okay. Because we stopped checking here, and guess what? We have no sound here. We have 2 educators. Interesting. Okay, we have one for the cranes and one for the macaques. Gotcha. Yes, like the cheetahs have 0 education. So we definitely need to fix that. even if we don't flip this habitat, we at least need to give them education, because you can't just have a habitat with nothing. Perfect. All right. So now power. Which... Okay, that power hub controls the cheetahs. If I could just scooch it in just a wee bit. I wonder if I put it here instead, if it would work better. It puts one of our underground education without power. That one might be easier to fix than this one. Okay, that is probably going to be the best education we can get in this area. Alright, checking again. Good. Good. We do not have any environmental education over here, and I feel like that is missing the mark as far as that goes. Hi guys, future me popping in here just to let you know that while I am putting these environmental signs down and I'm not changing all of them to different unique ones individually yet, I do go in off screen and change them all individually. I just kind of skip past that part here just to kind of get the education placed quickly. So now how is our education looking? I've got it set there. This is obviously not in the right space. I could probably scooch it in just a smidge. Or I could put it over here instead of over there, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Alright, so since this is kind of being a pain, we'll just put some individual ones out here somewhere. There's not really, wow, that is highly educated there, but not over here. So let's, because I moved some of this stuff around, which I am aware is, just makes it different. Instead of what we used to have, we have something new. So we're just changing it to reflect that, that's all. And then we'll put one here too to make that one super effective, and then we'll put some education here, right in the middle. So the lions are giving full education. We need to check on the bats real quick. The cleanliness is not good. So I'm gonna put social. The social group's a little bit too big. So we definitely need to get a keeper in there urgently. And then as far as the bats go, I'm not even sure who to keep. There's so many of them. Oh my gracious, there's a ton of them. Wow, okay, so We'll keep the pregnant one in here for now. We don't have any babies. They're all adult. Alright, so let's take care of our bats. They have become, they've gotten out of hand, so we're going to put them in the trade center. We're going to look at the Zoopedia. How many can we have? 5 to 35, which is fine. So let's reset that. And let's put in bat. Alright, so we're going to put in our prized creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot of boys. So let's put in some girls. 8. Alright. I feel like those guys can go to the zoo. And then all of our non-award bats can be sold. Because apparently we had a Batapalooza up in here. We have baby after baby after baby, apparently. Which is great. We are repopulating our bats. You know what? I might just put the rest of these gold ones in there. Because why not? We're allowed to have up to 35 in an exhibit. So let's just put these in there too. How many does that give us? No, I want the bats, thank you very much. Good social group. 9 males. So 12 bats in all, which is nice, healthy number. Cleanliness needs to happen. Layout is full. Alright, so the bats are good. Bats are good. Alright. I did mention that work zones is one of those things I wanted to look at, although it looks like everything's running smooth, so maybe I should just leave that alone. Negative impacts on guests. It looks like we are having some trash issues, mainly here. Not sure why. Maybe we need to put a trash can right here, maybe. There are some cleaners coming and going, looks like. But maybe a trash can right here would be a good thing. So let's see if we can grab a trash can. Actually, I think we're doing more of this one. Like right here. Maybe one right here. I'm just trying to get them to stop littering literally all over the place. It's like, you're inside of a habitat. Please don't litter inside of a habitat. Not sure why that's complicated. But apparently, it is. Oh my. Well, this entrance became super popular, eh? That's a good thing. Maybe I should open up more of these to other entrances. Not just here. Maybe we should put one on this side. Like if there is a little stub right here, I could literally put it right here. You know what? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and put one there, because I think that would be a good... I think giving guests a way in or out of a habitat is never a bad thing. If I can put this one literally inside of this one and add one like somewhere in here, or just move this one, I don't know. Maybe this wouldn't be as bad as I think it's gonna be. That actually isn't that bad. It opens up quite nicely, and I think I can move these onto the shade of the tree over here, which would be lovely. I can move this here. Oh, that's much better. And that gives us the opportunity to have this open versus closed. Now let's just see if I can grab. You know, I need to get rid of this first. Okay. Now that I know I can do it, I think we should go ahead and commit to it and move this. And then grab that barrier and stick it in here. It's a little off center, but we can fix that. It's not so bad that it's not fixable. So this one can just kind of slide slightly that way. And same with this one. We'll just slide it just a touch. The fencing, however, is definitely sitting in a bad spot, so maybe if we just move the entire fencing over instead, and then put this back. Put it back. We'll just kind of slide that back to where it was. There we go. Now we have a nice gate and a secondary entrance to these two habitats that connect for people to be able to get in and out. And then we can move these where I was going to move them before. I think that's a good addition. I just don't think there was enough evacuation points in that area, and I think that's an issue. You know, you need evacuation points. I do think we need another trash can over here, because people seem to just want to be throwing trash everywhere, and it's just really disturbing. Right underneath the shade of that tree. That just looks lovely. Maybe we can also put some benches here too. Kind of at the bottom of these stairs, so if people are struggling down the stairs, they can take a load off right here before coming or going out of here. Alright, that's much better. That gives us an extra entry and exit. Because it really seems popular over here as well. I mean, maybe people don't want to go see the llamas, or maybe people see the llamas and don't want to go see the turtles and they want to leave through here. I mean, that gives them 2 entry and exit points, which is always healthy. Alright, so now our cleaners seem to be cleaning up those little messes. I mean, everything is looking really good. We have trash cans over here. Because everywhere there is a mess on the ground, I'm trying to make sure there is definitely trash bins. Because if not, they will just chuck it on the ground because, well, because human beings are human beings. Very rare they change when it comes to that kind of stuff. These are way off the beaten path. This is, I mean, I know we haven't fabbed this one yet, but this is also just way out of kilter. People can't see the animals. I can't imagine they're too thrilled from having to try to lurk that hard to see the animals. So we'll just move that instead. Although, in does put these in the wrong spot. I will move one here. And move this. I mean, these educations seem to be in fabulous places. Okay. Alright. How's education looking now? Still looks decent. It's not great yet, but it's good. But people haven't had a chance to go around and get their education either. So there's that. And now I think we need to place strategic talking educators. Still learning how to do all of this stuff, that's all. Do I put one in front of each thing? Also, another fun thing, because this area looks like it'd be great for kids. Like super fun. So I think some of these would be absolute blast for these kids. Maybe one here, one over here. Education paw print. We could put that here and what, here? So we can have two different kids doing it at the same time. Heights for gorillas. We don't really have any gorillas right now, but this could be a cute little area where the kids come to measure themselves, like right here at the end of this. We also have a giraffe one too. So maybe one side they could measure giraffe and one side they can measure gorilla. Ha, that looks like fun. Alright, perfect. This looks great. Alright guys, so that has really helped a lot, I'm sure, in our education. Once I actually press play and let it sim for a little bit, it should really help. We still have energy and thirst as issues, but it might take some time for that sort of stuff to even out, balance out, as I have been putting benches everywhere. We could probably use a few up here. I'm just trying to think of places to put benches where people are claiming exhaustion. So we still need to go over staffing, work zones, etc. But I feel like we've got the animals sorted and education sorted. So this should start going up even more as far as education goes. Because I have literally stuck it everywhere. We will see how the educators work out because I haven't used them a lot. I'll be honest. I just haven't used them a whole lot. So this is where I'm going to start learning how to use them, is in this zoo. So I think we've done well, and I'm going to let you guys go here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
I hope you guys liked it. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for coming. Ring that bell. All those really cool YouTube things. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.